What about the positives of that? Men coming up to you, hitting on you, just being shocked that, hey,
now
you're looking fine.
Yeah, no, I mean, it does work.
Yeah.
It does work. I'm not going to go deep in that, but it does work.
You're pulling some celebrities on the side. Tell us, no, you can't.
Yeah, I can't do no small talk, no small talk. I'm not with the small talk. Can't be with the small talk.
Welcome to another episode of 5 Unscripted. My name is Yonaka Theledi, news presenter of 5 Weekend Afternoons, and today I've got a very exciting guest. He goes by the name of Xola Navy. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. Listen, we're just going to jump right into it because I've got lots of questions.
Yeah, sure.
The first one is based off the fact that you're doing your second degree this year. You're pursuing your degree in film and television after doing one in development and anthropology.
Yeah.
Why would you decide to do a second qualification? Was school not tough enough the first time?
Girl, it was. I feel like also first year, I've always wanted to study, what I'm studying now, which is film and TV. So when I actually got at UJ, I applied for film and TV, and then it happened that when I wanted to register, there was no space. So I had to, choose something else. And then I opted for like development studies and anthropology, studied it. It was hell, but, I did it, and I graduated, and now I'm studying film and TV adverts. I'm doing my second year this year. So yeah, I'm in the right place.
Oh,
I belong.
That's beautiful.
I belong.
I mean, speaking about belonging, you are someone that is an incredible dancer. I get so jealous every time I see your dance moves, and I've attended one of your workshops. You do amazing work. What are some of the aspirations you have in terms of your career in dance? Is it something you want to also maybe add a qualification towards, or you're going to purely depend on the talent?
I think the reason why I've been doing dancing is because it's actually to prepare myself to be a performer as I'm an artist, So I don't see myself, continuing with dance, being in this industry. So yeah, it was just a preparation for me to be the artist that I want to be.
Yeah. And you're massive on TikTok. You've got a massive following, and you do lots of funny skits and things like that. What's the reception been like for you? Do you feel like it's been a very great community? You're adapting very well. How do you feel about TikTok?
I feel like it has been okay, I can say. It has been great, actually. It has been great because I get the numbers, and as much as, when you're on TikTok, a lot of people have a lot of things to say. I mean, well, that doesn't matter, but yeah, it has been great. Besides that. And the things that they would say, of course, where do you think it comes from? Do it comes from the content, or just the mere fact that you are the person that you are? Definitely because of the person that I am. Definitely. Yeah. Definitely because of that. Because normally I would get like homophobic remarks and it's just like, oh, okay, I know who I am and I've been this, so
there's nothing you can do about it.
Nothing is new, so yeah, we just move. Just keep
I love
moving.
it. I mean, now speaking about your identity as a queer person, you grew up in Soweto. We know in South African townships, identity, especially sexuality, is not that widely spoken about. People are not as educated as they could be about it, and people tend to shun others because of where they identify on the spectrum. What was it like growing up in Soweto as a queer child? Were you able to be open about who you are, express yourself? Just get us into that kind of field of your life.
Yeah. I actually think, growing up for me was not that hard, I can say, when it comes to my sexuality, in the community. Of course, people did not really understand, and when you grow up in the hood, people actually have a lot to say. But what really mattered with me was my family. If my family accepts me, then anyone else is saying whatever,
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. As long as my mom, my family says, be who you are, I'm going to be who I am. So the community did not really affect me. I can say that. Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I mean, right now we're in a space as well where people are trying to be more accepting, or at least people are moving towards being progressive and so on. And there's a particular award show that exists to give, recognition to the people that are helping in the LGBTQIA plus community progressing.
Yeah.
However, there's been some talk on social media, at least behind the scenes, that there's things that could be done better, certain people that don't get the recognition that they deserve. You've had a chance to work with this award show for about 2 years now.
Yeah.
Do you share the same sentiments as most people on socials?
Well, I could say I do. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of queer people who are so inspirational out here and they don't get the recognition they deserve. So they must do better. They must do better. Because, they must do better.
How do you think they could do better? Do you think there's a way they could regulate the criteria of how they pick nominators? What kind of suggestions have you gone through in your head about how they could do better in terms of representing the community maybe a bit more?
I think they should be more inclusive. Yeah. We should, it should be a safe space. But I feel like it's not, because they are very exclusive instead of being inclusive of the queer people who are doing good out here. We have big influencers who are doing great, who are so inspirational, but they don't get the recognition they deserve. So they should do better.
They should do better. Now, another thing you're very great at is music. Oh my word. When your EP came out, Superstar, I believe it was in 2020.
Yeah, it was 2020.
Oh my word. I just remember listening to all those songs over and over. It was titled Superstar.
Superstar.
Did you always think you were going to be a superstar? Is that something that you felt like from a young age?
From a very young age, I've always felt like that. And the reason why I say I'm a superstar is because, I'm just a package. I'm a package. So I can't just, put myself in a box. I'm like, no, I'm just a singer or I'm just a dancer. I'm a full package. Yeah.
And it was very amapiano-esque.
Yeah.
So you've got a new single coming out this year. Are you trying to keep the same sound, or are you going different? Are we going to get a different vibe?
It's the same sound, but a bit different. But it's the same sound. Definitely the same sound.
And lyrically, where are you digging for us? Are you going into something more personal, or it's still very fun, vibey?
Still very fun.
Yeah.
Because, I'm
That's
that
you.
person. Yeah. Still very fun, I can say.
I love that. I absolutely love it. So I want to kind of get a little bit deeper into your love of fashion and what that means. I mean, obviously being queer, it's about being yourself, being free and things like that. And your fashion also brings that forward. Your Instagram, you get a lot of comments as well about some of the things you wear. That black leather skirt, chair. Let's talk about it. What goes through your head when you pick an outfit, when you go through some fashion decisions that you make?
The first thing is comfortability. If I'm comfortable with wearing something, then I'm going to wear it. And that's it. That's the most thing, actually, comfortability. If I'm comfortable with wearing whatever, I'm going to wear it. So that's
where it starts. That's where it ends, like all of it. Yeah.
As long as I'm comfortable. If you're not, that's your business. But as long as I'm comfortable, I'm comfortable.
I mean, there's a lot of, young boys out there, since you do identify as a he, who feel that perhaps because I'm a man, I can't necessarily explore my femininity.
Yeah.
What would you say to those young boys out there?
Well, I'd say just dig in deep and just find who you are. Find who you are. As soon as you do that, everything else will just be very clear. You just know where do you stand. Yeah.
So growing up, those kinds of issues, the things that some people would say, how did you navigate through it? How did you walk yourself out of some of those situations?
I mean, we do it differently as people, but with me was just finding something that I really love, something that would really keep me away from, all these remarks and, that. So dancing for me was just my therapy. If I, for an example, when I maybe got off from school and I'm going back home and, somebody said something to me and I'm like so hurt. I'm just like, I'm going to play music and just dance it off, or just go to one of my dance classes that I used to attend growing up. And yeah, that's how I actually, got over that. Yeah.
And that's the best way you knew how to.
Yeah.
I love it.
By doing something I love.
Yeah. And now I want us to talk a little bit about makeup, child. Navigating makeup and what it means for you as someone that identifies as a man, walking around in society, not only dressed as a woman with your hair as well, just having a full face, looking like the goddess you are.
Being snatched.
What does it take for you every morning, getting up, doing that, and seeing people, getting their responses? What does it take for you to go through your life like that?
I think it begins with self-love first. It begins with that. When I wake up in the morning and I decide, okay, today I'm going to put on some makeup, I'm going to dress a certain way, you need to have a conversation with yourself and just know that there are consequences of you doing that. You will actually be out there in public and certain people will receive your appearance in a certain way, and you should be ready for that. Yeah, you should know someone can just say something or comment about how you look, being a man and wearing makeup, So you must just always be ready for whatever.
What about the positives of that? Men coming up to you, hitting on you, just being shocked that, hey,
now
you're looking fine.
Yeah, no, I mean, it does work.
Yeah.
It does work. I'm not going to go deep in that, but it does work.
You're pulling some celebrities on the side. Tell us, no, you can't. In the club scene and things like that, you get positive responses though. Yeah,
I think also it depends on the type of places that I go to. I can't just go to any other place. I need to know how the setting of the place is, the environment, the people, you need to be in a comfortable space.
You need to be in a comfortable space. Absolutely love it. Now, there's one thing I always wonder about people that are involved in TikTok. Does it ever come to a point where you feel like your whole life is content, or that you feel like you constantly need to be filming something?
Well, for me personally, I do it for fun. I do it for fun. And there are people out there who are doing it for content creators, people who are influencers who are doing it for money and and all of that. But I do it for fun. I think it's very therapeutic, Yeah, I do it for fun. So I don't really think, maybe someday I'll do it for money and influencing. Well, I've done it once when I was involved with this campaign that I was promoting a few years back, but I just do it for fun.
I love it. And with working with those types of campaigns, the experience of that versus you now not necessarily vying for it, are you finding that you enjoy the app a little more?
Yeah, actually I am.
Yeah, it's not as stressful.
Yeah, it's not. It's not that deep. TikTok is not that deep, guys. Just go in there, do a dance challenge. I'm a savage. That's okay. Like, it's not that deep. Like, you don't have to, come on, put the phone there, just do it.
But now, as a dancer yourself, this is something that is your craft. This is something you've worked alongside people like Somizi, big people, Kamo Mphela, so dance is your craft.
Yeah.
Do you feel that some of these challenges might be watering down or not necessarily taking away from dance, but kind of giving a different perspective, maybe throwing people off the hard work that goes into it? It's not just about 5 moves, 6 moves, the stamina that it takes to hold a full 3-minute long choreography piece.
I think that there's a difference between a person who is considered as a dancer, as a performer, and a person who's just, you're doing it for fun. And you can see that when you have the experience in the dance industry, you can actually see this person is just doing it for TikTok. It's just a TikTok. It's not that deep. But there's also people that are doing it professionally, But now, the only issue is, it's not really an issue, but what's happening now around, it's just like when you're a TikToker, when you just move, you're a TikToker, and you have a huge number of following, you get a high chance of being hired to dance for something, or you were involved in a commercial, compared to someone who's been doing this for years, who's been in the dance industry for years. So yeah, it's just that there's a bit of
a double-edged sword about it. Yeah. And for you personally, has your growth on TikTok aided in getting you more gigs, or kind of maybe taken it away from you? How has that been for you?
It really aided.
Yeah.
A lot. Because, without TikTok, I doubt that people would actually really, really know me, because a lot of people would say, oh, I know you from TikTok. I'm like, oh, TikTok, why not Instagram? Why not my YouTube dance videos, So TikTok is the platform. It is the platform.
And then when it comes to your performing, I know you were leaving the country at some point last year. International days up.
Boo, 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 boo.
I love it.
Yeah.
How do you see the trajectory of South African dance translating, especially to the rest of Africa? To your Mozambiques, to your Namibias. How are they receiving it that side? Is it as big as it is here? How's it going?
I think it's very big. I think the pop culture of South Africa is actually now infiltrating, and it's going globally. So people are really crazy about it, especially when with the amapiano scene, it has its own dance genre on its own. So like a lot of people are actually doing it. It's multi-pega. In America, people are dancing the same way we are dancing in South Africa. So it's really huge.
Now, I know one of the people you looked up to growing up in dance and music is Rihanna. And I remember the biggest thing that ever came out was when she did the Gwara Gwara. And she did it on stage and it went completely viral. I think it's very important for big artists like that to also, come up and celebrate the culture with us. Who would you love to see do something like that for us, like internationally, a big celebrity kind of take something that's ours and show the world like, hey guys, so what South Africa's got going on, and it's so cool.
I think so far my favorites have done it. Rihanna's doing it, done it. Beyonce's doing it. Chris Brown's doing it. So I don't know, maybe Janet Jackson.
Oh yeah, Janet Jackson.
Could be iconic. Janet Jackson for sure. Yeah.
Before we wrap it up, I want to get more into your decision, not only to go into a second degree, but to choose a different institution.
Yeah.
I know the reason was purely because it was full on the other side.
Yeah.
But now you're on this side, and I want to know what experiences between, the two institutions you've had, what different experiences you've had.
I think with the first institution, the course was not really much credited, and now it's no longer a course. It's like selective modules. It's no longer like a course, so it does not have much credit, and there's no much practicals. That's what I've But the second one that I'm at now, it's pretty much very diverse. It's very much practical and also theory. So I'm really, it's really making a lot of sense, and it has a lot of credits, of course, because it's that institution. I mean,
is that institution?
Yeah, So it's pretty much great.
Are you looking forward to a year of juggling your school at that institution with your career, everything that's happening? I mean, you're getting booked on booked on booked. You're constantly everywhere. Right. So are you ready to juggle it? And what is the motivation that you're going to keep with yourself throughout the year to keep going?
I'm ready. I have to do it. I need to push my music career on the side and still focus on my degree, because I do see myself, in that film space. I do see myself there. I do see myself producing films, writing scripts, I do see myself there. And also with my music career, I can juggle the both, So I need to focus and just get this degree and just, do it.
I like how you make that sound so simple. Just focus and do it.
I know, and it's not.
It isn't. Yeah, it is quite difficult. Yeah.
It's the attitude I'm trying to keep for this year.
For 2023.
But definitely for music, I'm seeing a breakthrough.
Wow.
I am.
Are we seeing any big future collaborations?
I am manifesting, and I'm seeing a breakthrough. Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It has to.
Dream collaboration, real quick. Dream collaboration right now.
Kamo Mphela, and Casper.
Those are good big ones.
Yeah.
Those are good big ones.
Yeah,
okay, let's manifest that. Thank you so much for this awesome conversation.
Thank you for
We're
having
gonna
me.
leave it right there. This one was a beautiful one with a Xola Navy, a dancer, a musician, and an academic chair. So it was a beautiful one. Hope you stay tuned to 5FM TV. We've got a lot of these unscripteds coming out also on the 5FM app. Yonaka Theledi signing out. See you on the next one.
Yeah, I can't do no small talk, no small talk. I'm not with the small talk. Can't be with the small talk.